Hello guys, this is a tutorial for class 10 C course. So let's just get into it. Firstly, to actually run the code, you would have to use VS Code or any other compiler, but since doing that is kind of difficult, we just use this. An online compiler from Programmist seems to do the work almost fine. As you can see, I'll put the link down in the description. As run, it runs fast, it runs smoothly. Now, to talk about how to actually start with doing C, always do at the beginning. You need to always do this because stdio.h is a file within like the inner line of C, which helps it run extremely small functions. Like without this you cannot run anything on C, so you don't need to understand why you need it, how you need it, what it will do, but you just have to have it. And now always do int main and this and return 0. As you know, in C, after almost every single line besides some, you always need to put semicolon at the end. And what we're doing here is creating a function. So you probably don't know what a function is, but you don't really need to know for now for what we're learning. So just do this int main. So this makes it so that the code inside this always runs, like anything inside here, this code runs as long as it's inside here. And return 0 you need to do, so this function returns a value. Like I said, you really don't need to learn the inner linings of that, but if you want to learn it, you can learn it by yourself. Nothing you have to do that. So print statement, to print something in C, you must have done it previously on QBasic and Python, but in Python it was just print, in QBasic also it was just print, but in C it is printf, and let's print hello world. So we run. Oops, I forgot the semicolon. Like I said, semicolon is required for everything in C. Like after every line, as you can see, you need a semicolon. So if you don't put a semicolon, things like this will like come, expected semicolon before return. Stuff like this will come. So now if you run it, see hello world. So we just need to, and secondly, comments. When you do two slashes and write anything here, what this compiler will do is ignore this code. Like while running, see it's still hello. Like no matter what I write here, it won't run. This is written, so let's do this. This is the and word. So the comment that we've written here, this will not actually be run. So what the compiler will do is ignore this much code. It will completely ignore this code and proceed from here. You must have written rem or something like that in QBasic. So it's the same as that. And for multi-line, it's this. So this is a multi-line comment. So this is also completely ignored. So this is for a single line, the double slash, and this is so you can make your comments between multiple lines and put it accordingly. Like I said, this comment part is ignored by the compiler. It is not run. It is just put there for it to be easier to read the code for anyone reading the code. So like, let's say there's a lot of code here, and then you write this part of the code is to calculate area. So if we write this, anyone reading the code will understand that okay, this part of the code is used to calculate area. So anyone who does not know how to read the code, like not everyone will know what the app hello world does. So it will be easier for someone to know about what it does by writing comments. So it is always a good habit to write comments. Now, this is all we have to learn for the first things. Always write include stdio.h int main return 0, and we learned about comments. Throughout this, we'll be learning about variables, printing specifiers, numericals, typecasting, if else, switch case, do while and while loop, for loop, and go to, break, and continue. So we'll be doing this in other videos. And also for the class 10 course, this whatever I'm saying is all you'll have to learn. But in shorts, I'll also post some questions about what kind of questions can come, like previously, what kind of questions can come, and I'll explain those questions. I'll write the code, I'll explain the code, and do it accordingly. Thank you everyone for watching. That's all for today.